All right, fifth grade. Today, we are just going to do a feedback video on your unit wrap up. These are all the things that you are expected to know as a fifth grader for our state standards. You need to understand what mean, median, mode, and range means and how to use landmarks, whether it's data from a graph or data from a data set, to find the mean, median, mode, and range of those data sets. So if we look at the first one, we have to match these four words with the definitions. So I know if I look at the first definition, the middle value in a set of data, well, I know middle value um, from my foldable, that is definitely the median, the middle value. So I'm going to put D here as my answer. The number in the data set that occurs most often, the most often I know is mode. So I'm going to put a C here. The difference is that key word there. Difference we know means subtract. So I'm going to subtract between the minimum and maximum. Well, I know that finds the range. So that has to be B. And the leveling out of a set of numbers is the mean. So if I look at this next, I have a graph here. They want me to use the data from the graph on the soccer fields. So the number of soccer fields in each park here. To find the mode, range, median, and the mean. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my number behind each of these to make it a little bit easier for me to see. At Crane Park, there are 6. At Middle Park, there are 6. If I look down here at the bottom, if I look at Windy Hill Park, there is 5. At Elmhurst Park, there's 3. Madison Park is 3. Lighthouse Park has 5, and Moon Park, excuse me, I don't have my glasses on, obviously, has 3 as well. So if I take a look at those, I need to find the mode, the range, the median, the mean. What I like is these first two are usually the easiest to find. Mode occurs most often. I've got 6 twice, 5 twice, and 3 times. So that's telling me my mode or most often has to be 3. The range is the maximum minus the minimum. I know the largest is 6 and the smallest is 3. So therefore, my range has to be 3. The median is where I put the set in order from smallest to largest and find the middle value. So I'm going to do that here. I've got 3, 3, 3. Then I have 5, 5, 6, and 6. So if I start with my smallest and my largest, and I work my way to the middle, my middle value is going to be 5 because I have 7 pieces of data here on my data set. And then the mean, if you remember that, we add all the pieces of data together and divide by how many there are. So you could use a calculator for this if you want, or you can add it up by hand. If I go 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 and 6, I'm going to get 31. And if I divide 31 by 7, is that correct? Did I get 31 here? Yes. And I divide that by 7. I'm going to get a very long decimal. So I'm going to round that to the nearest tenth. So here's my decimal that I got when I added those all up. I got 4 and 4/10. So if you wrote down the entire thing, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Or if you rounded to the nearest hundredths and wrote 4 and 43 hundredths, that's fine too. But usually we just go to the nearest tenth when we're recording our mean. But if you wrote this entire set down, that's fine. All right, next one. we have to find the landmarks of these spelling test scores. So let me move this up a little bit here. The mode, or the one that occurs most often, well, if I look at this, I've got 20 3 times. I've got 19 3 times. 16 is twice, 15 is twice, and 17 is twice. So it looks like I have two modes, 19 and 20, because those occur the most often. The range would be the largest, which is 20, minus the smallest, which is 15. So my range would be 5. The middle value, we have to place these in order. It looks like we have 12 numbers. Let me check. 15, 15, 16, 16. I've got 17, 17, then 19, 19, 19, and then 20, 20, and 20. If I look at those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I work my way to the middle, starting on the outside and working my way in, I'm going to have two numbers smack dab in the middle. So if you remember to find the median, you can add those two together and divide them by 2. And the median in that case would be 18. And the mean, if I add all these up, I get 213. And if I divide that by 12, because I have 12 different spelling scores, I'm going to get 17 and 75 hundredths. So if you wrote 17 and 75 hundredths down for the mean, or some of you might have wrote 17 and 8 tenths because you would have rounded up. So I will say this answer is fine or this answer is fine. So you can either have the entire decimal out to the hundredths place, or you could round it up to the nearest tenth. Most of the time, we just go to the nearest tenth when we're finding the mean. But either way, if you're understanding the process and you added all your data points and divided by the correct number, if you have this for your answer, that's just fine. If you have this for your answer, that's fine too. Okay, so this is your little bit of feedback on how you did with your unit review, and we'll see you next time.